We're live.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the Talkin' Shed podcast. And today it's just Cody and I in here in the war zone. Mm-hmm. We've got our dog over there.
Yeah.
Check out that thing.
Oh, yeah.
For you guys that have not watched the video of the tour of the war zone, you need to check it out.
Yeah.
It's pretty sweet. We don't have this thing dialed in the way we want it quite yet, but it's getting closer every day.
Yeah, working on it. Got some pictures hung up there behind basically the progression of Fennig equipment, and then got some puzzles that are put back together there. Adam's got a deer skull up there. Yeah.
Look at this table.
Yeah.
It's very nice. I love the chairs. You can lean back in them real nice.
It was a marketplace special, baby.
Everything on Marketplace is special. Everything.
It is.
But, all right. So what are we going to talk about today? We just got back from a phenomenal farm show.
Yeah.
I know that. And
National Farm Machinery Show.
the way back was quite interesting. Mm-hmm. I don't know. Probably not too many people came home Sunday, I guess, unless you stayed at the polls late. But my goodness, that snow was something. Cody and I thought that we would take a backdoor route home, kind of.
Well, there was an accident on 65.
There was, and my theory was, okay, there's going to be a lot more traffic on 65, a lot higher odds of accidents. Mm-hmm. And so I thought, well, my odds of getting, and I had the three boys with me.
Right.
So that was an adventure to start with, but I did not want to get stuck in traffic, of course, for hours and hours. So I thought, well, this 2-lane road, I know it's going to be probably slower moving traffic. It's going to be, probably less desirable roads, but maybe we won't get stopped. And we really didn't. But we were just driving 30 mile an hour.
And, well, you kind of got stopped.
We did get stopped. We did, yeah. Yeah. So there were some cars in the ditch. One on the left side, one on the right side. There was a tow truck driver pulling the one out, and sheriffs had cars backed up on both sides.
Yeah.
But the tow truck driver was only running in one lane. So, you could have easily passed and slowly, carefully, and safely went around.
Which you attempted.
Well, I'm sitting there. I'm the third car in line. And I'm like, all right, this tow truck driver, he is clearly working in one lane, expecting traffic to come through. There's a sheriff with his lights on in front of me, and there's a sheriff up a quarter mile with his lights on, traffic lined up. And I'm like, why can't we slowly, carefully, and safely drive through here? And so I did. I had three boys with me. We had to get home for soccer practice. And the sheriff had a few words to say about that. But I said, look, that lane was open, and I carefully and safely drove through, and I think all this traffic probably could. Well, we weren't directing traffic. Sounds like you need to get out of your car and direct traffic. I did not say that. I kindly respected him, and we just kept driving. But yeah, it was interesting. Man, that snow, it wasn't as much snow as just that wind created drifts.
Yeah.
And
yep.
We were driving 30 mile an hour. I mean, it was slick. There was ice under there.
I had my own fiasco of an adventure, kind of about in the same spot where that tow truck was. See, I drove down the 2-wheel drive dually. So, as most people know, driving a dually in snow and ice is
in general. A 4-wheel drive dually is not fun,
right? So,
let alone a 2-wheeler,
right? Yeah, so
it's like driving an old 3-wheeler. There's a reason they don't make them anymore.
Exactly. Anyway, I had the gooseneck Enduraplast trailer that we brought down there and did some videos of. Well, needless to say, that thing stayed straight, but the truck did not. I was giving her all she got. And
you had to stop was the problem.
Yeah, I had to stop. There was a 2-wheel drive truck jacked up to the moon, and the driver of it did not have 4-wheel drive. So
Oh, he didn't?
He was in she was in the same scenario as what I was in, but I evidently had more experience on the ice or something along those lines. I don't know, but yeah, she about ran into me. So yeah, I had my own fiasco there, and then we eventually made it through all the bad stuff and made it on to the good stuff. And Adam may or may not have received a phone call from me telling him to come get me.
Yeah. He says, this truck just broke down on me. What do you mean? I had to go pick him up. So,
well,
it is what it is.
First of all, you asked me if the thing was out of fuel.
It was.
It was not.
It was. It's fine.
It wasn't out of fuel.
It's fine.
It wasn't. No,
It's fine.
It was not out of fuel.
I get it.
It wasn't. But anyway, so
It's not solar powered.
I'm very well aware that it's not. But anyway, he came and picked me up. Luckily, we just broke down a couple miles up the road, so it wasn't that big of a deal. Guys went and picked it up today, and we're back here.
Yeah.
In the war zone.
We made it.
And
We made it.
moved a boatload of closing wheels.
It was great.
Yeah. It was fun.
Yeah.
It was a fun show.
If you listen to the last podcast, we didn't really know how the show was going to go, and man, it was phenomenal. I'd stack it up better than last year.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
We obviously that show's so big that it literally takes a few days to get through the whole thing. And we have two booths there, one upstairs and one, I say upstairs, but one in the big room and one down in the west wing. I call it the dungeon, the dark room. And Dad was up in the big room. Mm-hmm. He had a good day. Everyone in the dungeon had great days. Yeah. We saw so many customers. It's it's wild. You just go to that show over and over, and you meet new people every year. So what happens is, you just get more and more and more repeat customers, and what a fun time it was. We had Lydia in the booth for the first time at that show. Mm-hmm. She did great. We had Kyle in there. We had Wayne, my mom,
and then
you and me, and I guess Grandpa came down.
Yeah. Yep.
For a day. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, it was phenomenal.
It was awesome. The story that we got from Grandpa from farming back in the day. That was gold, man.
Yeah, and we drove Grandpa to the show that day, and we were pulling in, and I said, Grandpa, what kind of tractors were those that we traded off in 2008 when we bought the 7730, the 7130, and I don't remember the loader tractor number. I remember we had three, the good vintage style John Deeres. Like, I knew it wasn't 4020s and stuff. Yeah. I said, what models were they and where are they? Like, I would love to get my hands on one of those tractors someday. Yeah. And, oh boy, did that open a cool can of worms.
It was so neat.
The one tractor, it's over here. Well, I think it is. It was last time I checked. And the other one, well, it went over here. And then the 4230, it went over here. I bought the 4630 brand new, and just on and on.
Oh, yeah.
Well, do you ever hear about spring plowing? And I didn't know anything about it.
Yeah.
And he was saying how that was kind of their first step into minimum tillage or reducing passes, I guess, which funny how we still talk about that today.
Right.
But he said they would go out there in the spring. They would not touch stalks in the fall. They would go out in the spring and plow, just lay everything over. And of course, they would have to wait till like late May to be able to do this. And then they would just plant right into that. Mm-hmm. They were 40-inch corn at that time.
Yeah.
And he said, man, the year we started doing that, yields jumped big time. Mm-hmm. And so that was fun to hear. We heard about all the stories about the new idea unis.
Yep.
He planted corn with a uni.
Yeah.
He shelled ear corn, and then he had a sheller on it that would take that ear corn and then put it into obviously shelled corn, because eared corn was at a premium at that time, because I think because that's what you would feed the hogs, or I don't know why.
Something along those lines.
It was probably easier to store, maybe, because everyone had the corn cribs. You would build the corn crib, use the elevator, and so I don't know exactly why it was at a premium, but then shelled corn became the premium.
Yep.
And he's telling us how he lit a uni accidentally, of course, caught a uni on fire.
Yep.
Said he was driving, and he said, well, one of the lines going to the injector blew, and it was squirting fuel right on the manifold, and the fan blew the air from front to back on the uni, like right under his seat. And so it lit the fire, and the fan, of course, was then fanning the flames to get it hotter. And he said, heck, I probably made 3 rounds of smoke and flame shooting out of the back of that thing like a rocket, and I didn't even know, because you couldn't, it was all happening. The wind was, or the air fan was blowing it out behind him. And that was just hilarious to hear about.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he said he was able to, what was it? He was able to side dress. He side dressed with that thing once. Something along those lines. I don't remember. There was some type of attachment that you threw up front, and no, he did spraying with it. Yeah, he sprayed with it. It was a boom that went out front. So an open cabbed uni with the spray
front boom.
With the front boom.
Jeez, wild. It's amazing. And I asked him, I said, do you think the chemicals are worse today, or do you think that they were worse back then? You got enlist today and all kinds of stuff. And back then he would spray with powdered atrazine. It'd come in powdered bags, and they would mix it. And I don't know. I don't know the answer to that, but interesting stuff. So we sat in the parking lot there Thursday
for a half hour.
Yeah, and just we got to the show early, and we were going to go walk around, and Grandpa started telling stories, and Cody and I just kicked back and let him roll.
Oh, yeah.
It was so fun.
Yep. We had it was a 2510, which was a tractor, I think.
No, it wasn't 2510.
It wasn't? Yeah. I don't know.
I wrote it down on my phone. It was. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was a tractor. Yeah. A tractor, and then the cab deer, which was the 44.
We had a 4630 and a 4230.
Yep.
The 46, I think, he bought one of them brand new.
Yeah.
Either 42 or 46.
The 46 was the one that I think he bought new. But
yeah,
it was neat.
Yeah. So some of you out there might have one of them tractors. I don't know. I'll have to work on starting to track them down.
Yeah. Yeah, it'd be cool.
But
it'd be cool.
Yeah, got to spend some time with him. Got to spend some time with our good old buddy Jeff Worley. Heck yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, we don't see that man enough, and that was a lot of fun. Got to spend a couple hours with him and just catch up. And, of course, we talked to him at the booth, too. But we got to, that was great. Saw, of course, all the Salford crew. Salford had a little after party there Wednesday night. Got to run into Tara and Lee, of course, Dave and Webster and all of them.
Oh, yeah.
So that was great.
It's good.
Yeah, I wish I could stretch that show out to be like 2 weeks, just because there's so many people you want to talk to, so much stuff you want to see, and so little time. I mean, we get there in the morning and try to walk around for an hour or two, and then you got to run back to the booth, and
you get hung up talking. And
you get back to the booth, and it's just boom, 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 boom. You go from one guy to another, bouncing around. Pretty soon you look at your clock, it's 4:30.
Yeah.
And you're like, holy cow, today's about over.
And then Grandma cooks all of her snacks and goodies that we bring with us.
Oh, yeah. A bunch of cookies. And yeah, that's, man, that show was fun. It was. And it feels good to come home from that show the way that we did. Sold a lot of closing wheels. We sent out so many quotes today. It was great just to talk to people. They would come to us looking for services that we can provide, and talk to a lot of past customers that just stopped in to say hi. So, talked to our buddy from Kentucky that we turkey hunt on.
Yep, Jonathan Ayers,
Yes, sir.
Fairview Farms.
Yes, sir.
So, yeah,
got to talk to him for a little bit, and that's the thing. You never get enough time, right? They sit down, but they have a lot of walking to do yet.
Yeah.
And so they got to get going, and then we got other people waiting.
That's all right. We'll see him this spring.
Yeah, we're going turkey hunting again.
Well, we're going to install some rate controllers for him, hopefully.
Yes, sir.
That's going to be our ticket to get down there.
I told him, wouldn't that just be a shame if we had to install some equipment on your farm right around that turkey season window, early, mid-April?
He's like, yeah, I was kind of thinking the same thing.
Mm-hmm. We like that.
Oh, yeah.
But great show. We got packed up, and I would say we got packed up in record time. I mean, it was, we had to wait on some trucks to move and some stuff to get out of the way, and the whole trip home kind of ruined the whole...
leaving early type deal. But, yeah, we woke up Sunday morning, and it was just pounding snow, and it was like, oh boy, this is going to be interesting.
It's one of those things like you hear about it on the radar and everyone's talking about it, but you're like, it probably won't snow.
Right.
We'll be all right. Mm-hmm. But it was one of them things where you're like, oh shoot, it did snow.
It's like, it would almost been worth being able to come back home on Monday.
Right.
Had everything packed up and just stay one more night. I know that's a lot, but it would have almost been worth it.
Yeah. We made it out the whole drive home. I was just sitting there just on the steering wheel, just focusing, like slow down here or, get going here. And I was just waiting for my phone to ring from Cody. Like, yep, I'm in the ditch. I'm like, okay. And you would call me. I'm like, oh no. And you just be like, hey, what's up? I'm like, okay, so you're not in the ditch?
Not quite.
So, yeah, it was a lot of fun.
It was, but it was a good time. So
now it's just colder than heck out.
Yeah.
What's that say? Are we good?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay.
It's just blinking. I don't know why it's blinking. But
podcast thing is acting up.
Yeah.
But it is colder than all get out. I mean, and that's another thing. Like all week I listen to people say, oh, and it's going to get real cold next week. And it's like, yeah, it might. Then I woke up this morning, it's 7. I was like, oh boy, I better go check some water lines.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Didn't even think about that, but I was good to go.
Good.
Everything in the Morton building was free and clear. So we are dripping some water around here just to be precautionary. But
got home. Kids were happy to see us, and it was of course you brought the boys down on Saturday, so they had a blast.
Oh man, they had so much fun. Yep, it was fun. They like just being able to stay in a hotel room more than I think they enjoyed riding in the elevator maybe more than anything.
Oh my God. Well, those elevators have to be so fast to get people from point A to point B.
Oh yeah.
And they shoot up like a rocket, and so
then they fall.
Yeah.
Feels like you're just jumping off a cliff. And
oh yeah.
I told Caitlin sometime we ever want to entertain the boys, we can just go to a hotel locally. Hey, you want to just go spend the night in a hotel? They would it's just a new place. It's like they jump on the beds and, whatever. We
go
around.
Swimming or something. Oh yeah.
Yeah, you don't even need to go to the ocean.
No.
It's just like when kids get something for Christmas and they end up playing with the boxes.
Yeah.
It's like, geez and Pete's, what am I doing?
Yeah.
The
simplicity there is like
it's wild. But no, we're back at it. I am headed probably sometime this week, either tomorrow or Wednesday, to Southern Ohio. Got a good lead on a Salford tool. Customer used to own a 24-foot 570.
Okay.
Loved everything about it. Then his deer dealer talked him into getting a 2660, and he just wants to go a different route. His neighbor's got a 2200. He's been seeing what he can do, and
with shanks, or you haven't gotten that far yet?
His neighbor does. I don't think his neighbor has shanks.
So he's just wanting 2200 with blades. Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go value his 25-foot 2660, and I got a lot of confidence in that one. So we'll see how she goes. But what else is new? We're having a little Salford get together in March.
Yep.
Getting a lot of Salford customers in to bringing them over. Going to wine and dine them a little bit, feed them some dinner. So
it's always a good time. Have a couple drinks, and it'll be a good time.
Those events are always a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But no, we got the ping pong table down here.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So pretty soon we're going to be able to sit down, talk numbers, and then if you want to negotiate, we got to play a game of ping pong. If you can beat me in the best out of 3, I'll give you the lower number. How about that?
There you go. I'm not any good, so that doesn't work with me.
I'm not good, but I've played way too much ping pong in my day. So
Oh, yeah.
you do something long enough, you can.
Well, that's all your dad and his brothers used to do was play ping pong out in the garage.
Yeah.
Grandpa had a
Wooden, homemade.
homemade wooden ping pong table that we always used to play.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What do they call that? Like home field, or not home field, but like whenever you're playing something on your own terms, like in basketball.
Yeah, home court advantage.
Yeah, but not really. I forget what it's called. Anyway, I'm losing it. But yeah, it was kind of a sketchy. You know, it would bounce right here, but it would kind of be a dud bounce over here.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Oh yeah, you knew if you got it in that one spot,
they
were done.
It would kick to the right or something.
They were done.
Mm-hmm. There'd be like a knot in the table, like, oh, if I ding, yeah, nice try.
Mm-hmm.
But so no, we are. We're working on a lot of stuff in the shop. We've got some Y-drop toolbars we're kicking out the door. Got
those got to go to Georgia.
Yep, a couple Georgia Y-drop toolbars.
Yep.
Getting ready to do a tender trailer.
Yep.
That'll be fun.
Yep. Tender trailer's just going to go south of here, but yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Doing, we got a 2660 in there that we're working on. Getting that kit on there so a red tractor can hook to a green tool. Isn't that amazing? Unbelievable.
The amount of, the
Costs tens of thousands of dollars to hook a green tillage tool to a red tractor. Wild.
insane.
Wild. But
Insane.
anyway, we've got a couple other installs we got to do. Got to install a swing arm on a tender trailer. We got to install some triple threats on a J&M applicator for a guy.
Yeah.
That's about it. I don't think we've been coyote hunting since we did the last podcast, have we?
No.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know that bothers me right now. I do. We do need to go again sometime, but I'm like, yeah, I don't know. As good, as bad as we got our butts kicked the last 2 times that we went, it's just like, dang it.
I know it.
Dang it. Those dogs are smart. I guess the smart ones need to live, but
Yep.
it was fun. But they are in full rut mode right now. Breeding season's kicked off for coyotes, that's for sure. But yeah, deer are shedding their antlers. We found a deer shed the other day. Me and Luke did. So here pretty soon we'll have to go see what kind of antlers we can't pick up.
Yep. It's going to happen.
Yeah. We're going to try and kick up our video game here a little bit.
Yeah.
With videos that we're doing. We want to not only get into the Instagram reels, but we want to show you guys more of the day-to-day equipment business. I think I mentioned it in one of the other podcasts, but we want to get like a full-time video person in here.
Yeah.
That's just running a camera, showing you guys the bloopers and the good times that we have in here. And it's going to stay all natural. We're not going to change what we're doing. It's just, we're going to have a camera there. And I think that'll be a lot of fun to be able to give you guys the feeling of what we do all the time. And so that will be fairly comical in my opinion, but it'll be fun. That's for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Like the other day, I was trying to start the power washer, and I swear I tore a ligament or broke my finger doing it. Like, that would have been hilarious. Or whenever we were at the farm show, it's amazing how many vendors show up to the booth now. Like, I don't remember that 5 years ago, but you'll be standing in your booth and a vendor for bearings or bolts or hydraulic fittings or, hey, I'm here to talk to someone about this, and I would always tell him, oh, you need to go talk to that guy right over there, and I'd point to Cody, and he'd be tied up with some dude from who knows where, trying to sell him bearings.
The Ukraine or wherever.
I have got a deal for you. Well, you need to go talk to Cody.
Yeah.
He is the man in charge.
Oh, yeah.
Cody, I was told I need to talk to you.
I sent one to your dad.
That's like a fun game we play. Like, oh, yeah, you're selling hitch pins. Okay, yeah. Go talk to him. He actually told me he needed to buy a bunch of them. So you're mean. They mean well.
Oh, yeah.
They're just there to make a buck.
Well, I kid you not.
They have a family to feed as well.
The one guy that came and was like, yeah, you need to go talk to Cody. And I knew exactly what it was. And so you just had to be there type deal. But it took everything that I had to, like, not start bursting out laughing. Like, I'm just, like, trying to, like, it wasn't just, like, the accent. It was just, like, all of the events that led up to that. And he
well, the best part is that he was over at Dad's booth, and Dad gave him my business card. And he walks into the booth and comes up to me and goes, "Are you Adam?" And he had my business card. And I said, "Oh, no, I'm not Adam. That guy right over there is Adam." But I knew in the back of my head, I was like, well, shoot, if he just walks up to Cody and says, "Hey, Adam," Cody's going to say, "No, I'm not Adam. That's Adam." So I went up to Cody and I said, "Hey, Cody, when you're done talking to this customer, that man right over there in the yellow, he wants to talk to you." And you knew instantly.
Oh, yeah.
That I'd set you up. But
oh, yeah.
That's fun.
Fun little game we play.
Yeah. But yeah, I got to see a little bit of Louisville. Tell them about the story of them guys, the couple we ran into.
Oh, so yeah, we were walking back from 4th Street. We were up there having a few cocktails, blowing off some steam, and we were walking back, and his wife turns around and sees my hat. It says Fennig Equipment. And he goes, "Fennig Equipment? I've been there." And I go, "Oh, yeah? What for?" "Oh, one of their demo days that they put on. They put on a good show. I've talked a lot to that Adam Fennig guy." I go, "Oh, yeah?" I said, "Well, that's funny because he's standing right behind you." And he goes, "What? Really?" "Yeah, no, yeah.
He shot around, turned around. "What? Where is he?" And there I was and said, "Hey, how's it going?" And pretty soon we remembered who it was.
Yep.
They came down from Michigan. Yep. And Cody said, "Oh, yeah, you had the dog with you." And they said, "Oh, yeah, I had the dog." And so that was neat. And then we ran into him 5 other times.
Yeah, they were staying at our hotel.
Yeah, that was so much fun.
They were staying at the Galt House with us.
That's the kind of stuff that you can't make up. I mean, the world is so small.
Yep.
And it's so fun to take people that we never knew before. And I don't even know how they got, how they ran into us to come to the field day. But they come to the field day. They're interested in equipment. And then we run into them in downtown Louisville.
Yeah.
Again.
Crazy. Crazy.
It's wild.
Just a small world.
It is.
We literally get up to the hotel room and it's like, dude, you cannot even make that up. It's crazy.
Yeah. What are the odds of that? But yeah, it was a ton of fun. It's good to be back.
Yes.
It's good to be back. We're going to have to get them trailers unloaded and situated. I know Lydia and Austin worked on that pretty heavy today. But
yeah, it was good to be back. Good to sleep in your own bed.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Even though I had 2 Rugrats that ended up back in bed with me tonight.
I was just getting ready to say, even though, don't tell our wives this, but even though we probably slept a little better in the hotel,
it was still nice.
We weren't getting poked and prodded by 7 children.
Yep.
But it was nice to come home and I had the same thing this morning at 3:00. Caitlin wakes me up. Lena's awake. Go. Okay. Yeah. And it was just fine. And come on, Lena, let's go. Because to be honest, I was hoping you would come in here tonight. You know what I mean? So yeah, it was fun. But Yeah, now the page has turned. Winter, for me, in my opinion, winter has passed. It's go time now.
Spring.
Like, it's to the point to where lead times are you got to watch it. Like, hey, can I get that before spring?
Yeah.
You know, the last 6 months, it's been like, oh yeah, of course we can. Well, now it's like, boy, it's February 17th. There's only 11 more days, and it's March.
Tightening up on you.
You start talking late March to a guy on availability, and it starts to become an issue. So we'll have to see how that goes, but
We'll get it ironed out either way.
we will. And you know, there's a lot of the products that we have in stock. There's a lot of just a lot of different stuff that you know the closing wheels, the row cleaners, you name it. We have all of that stuff in stock, and even the Salford tools. We're sitting good. We've got some BBI spreaders. Of course, Dave Gunkman wishes we had a few more, but you know, we're sitting pretty good on them right now, and so. Yeah, we're loaded up and we're ready to go for spring. The shop guys are getting stuff spit out, and yeah, so we're there though. I mean, the next month or so, there's going to be a lot of action going on.
Yep.
So.
Yep, for sure.
But
for sure,
it'll
be fun.
A lot of fun, a lot of content, and we'll be ready for it. We're ready for turkey season too.
Oh yeah.
But.
Oh yeah, I'm ready for that. That's
what else you got?
not a whole lot, really. I mean, there's.
Did he get over the Chiefs getting beat? That good? We good there now?
I'm fine with it.
Okay.
It is what it is.
All right.
So it'll be okay.
Okay.
The Buckeyes won the Natty this year. That's all that matters.
Right.
So
I hope Travis Kelce's okay. I mean,
hopefully he retires. He's
so cute.
yeah, he's cute. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm sure Taylor will help him out there.
Oh yeah,
But-
yeah.
Yeah. Anything else?
No, I don't think so. That's really
all I've
about
got.
it as far as wrapped up. We wanted to keep this one pretty short, so we're gonna try to keep doing this more and more.
We need to get on a rhythm. We got to do more. I try to put them out every Friday in the email blast, and that's what we need to work on doing.
Yeah, for sure.
Guys
Try
like
to have
listening to it whenever it's on a schedule. You look forward to it,
consistent.
and we're gonna keep pushing good content.
Yep.
So that's all I've got, guys. I
Yep.
appreciate you listening, and stay tuned for the next one. We got some projects coming up that I want to do some videos on, and we'll see you on the next one.
Yep. Thanks for tuning in, guys.
Thanks for tuning in.